What's your worst date story? 1. Guy took me to see his dying grandmother. Everyone was standing around crying while grandma laid in bed unconscious. The nurse in charge was some random girl from my high school who recognized me, and made some snide comment about me being a theater geek. Grandma did pull through and lived for like 6 more months. 2. In college. We were supposed to have a coffee date. He arrived late. The conversation was torture because he didn't want to talk. He looked distracted, so I asked him why. He said his buddies were drinking in his dorm and he wanted to go drink with them. I said, "Cool, you don't have to stay." He left. The end. 3. Wait, is that it? She said after looking up from her phone for the first time all evening, and realizing that we had pulled up in front of her apartment. The original plan included coffee, but I had a hunch that I could drive her all the way home before she noticed. 4. Back when Tinder first came out, I matched with and started talking to a girl who was in my same city in Florida. She and I agreed to meet at a restaurant I had been to a few times before. We had talked about it being her and me, but when she arrived she was dragging a kid with her, which she had never mentioned she had, let alone bringing him. She sits down and almost immediately gets on her phone to largely ignore me and her kid. I tried striking up a conversation, but it was clear she was not here for me at all. So, her kid and I started coloring on placemats, drawing cartoon characters, and things like that. Food arrives, we all eat, and then she asks if she can order another entree. I had no intention of paying for her food at this point, so I said sure. I get up to use the bathroom and go see the waiter about the check. I pay for my food and the kid's meal, because he and I were having a pretty good time drawing Minecraft characters. I stuck her with both her entrees and her drinks and then bailed and blocked her on everything. 5. I was dating a girl a few years ago. Right from the start, talking to her was like talking to a brick wall. I'd ask a question, and she'd give one-word answers or maybe a short sentence. She never asked anything back or tried to keep the conversation going. At one point, she went to the bathroom, and the older woman at the table next to us leaned over and whispered, "I have to say, I really admire your patience." She is a nightmare. That older woman now became my wife. 6. Met a girl from a dating app who brought her emotional support iguana to dinner. She spent 30 minutes ranting about her exes, called her mom in the middle of the meal, and made me talk to her. To top it off, she forgot her wallet, so I had to cover the bill. Lesson learned: never date anyone who brings a reptile to dinner.